The moment I signed my divorce papers, I made one phone call that destroyed my ex-wife's entire family's future. I walked out of the courthouse with a divorce decree still in my hand. My marriage was officially over. Instead of crying or celebrating, I pulled out my phone and called my father. Fire every employee my in-laws placed inside the company. There was a brief silence before he answered. Consider it done, son. I ended the call without another word. For 3 years, everyone believed I was nothing more than an average software engineer earning a decent salary. I kept my real life hidden because I wanted to know whether my wife loved me or the lifestyle my family's money could provide. Unfortunately, I got my answer. When Clara and I got married, she always claimed her family respected hardworking people more than wealthy ones. I believed her. But the moment they realized I wasn't bringing home millions, everything changed. Her mother constantly called me a parasite who was holding Clara back. Every family dinner turned into a lecture about how I needed to be more successful. Clara stopped defending me and slowly started agreeing with him. Before long, she was spending late nights with her wealthy ex-boyfriend, insisting they were only networking. I ignored every red flag because I genuinely loved her. What none of them knew was that my father owned the multi-billion-dollar technology company they had spent years trying to impress. Even worse, because I loved Clara, I had personally convinced my father to hire her brother and 2 cousins into senior management positions. Those careers existed because of me. Then came the divorce. Standing in court, Clara told the judge I lacked ambition and had become a financial burden. Hearing those words erased every feeling I still had for her. The second the papers were signed, I stopped protecting people who had never protected me. That evening, someone pounded so hard on my apartment door, I thought it would break. When I opened it, Clara and her mother stormed inside. Her mother didn't even let me speak. "What did you do?" she screamed. "My son was dragged out of corporate headquarters by security. My daughters were fired. Call your manager friend and fix this immediately." I calmly poured myself a glass of water before answering. No manager fired them. She stepped closer until we were almost nose to nose. "Don't play games with me. You're just a jealous loser," because Clara finally realized she deserved someone better. Clara's voice was much quieter. "Please, Leo, whatever happened, just make one phone call. My brother has kids to support." I looked at the woman I once wanted to spend my entire life with. Then I quietly replied, "There wasn't any misunderstanding. Your relatives were caught leaking confidential company information to your family's failing business. That's corporate espionage. They're lucky my father is only pressing charges against your brother." Her mother burst into laughter. "Your father? Your father was a public school teacher in Ohio. Stop pretending." Without saying another word, I unlocked my phone and placed it on the counter. The company's executive directory filled the screen. At the very top, my father's name. Directly beneath it, mine. Executive vice chairman. Majority shareholder. The room went completely silent. Her mother's face instantly lost every bit of color. This has to be fake," I shrugged. "Check today's corporate announcement. The restructuring became public about 10 minutes ago." Clara's purse slipped from her hand and hit the floor. She stared at me like she'd never actually known me. You're the heir?" I nodded. She whispered, "Why didn't you ever tell me?" I looked her straight in the eyes. "Because I wanted someone who loved me before they knew my last name. Instead, you judged my paycheck and failed." Tears immediately filled her eyes. "Leo, please, we can still fix this. The divorce probably hasn't been finalized in the system yet." She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "The papers are signed. You wanted a man with status. The funny part is, you were already married to one." I walked to the front door and held it open. "My lawyers will contact you regarding the criminal investigation. As for us, we're finished." For the first time since I'd met her mother, she had absolutely nothing to say. Clara stood frozen in the hallway, finally realizing she hadn't divorced a struggling engineer. She had walked away from the man who quietly gave her entire family every opportunity they ever had. I closed the door, locked it, and for the first time in years, the silence felt like freedom. Comment Team Leo if you think he made the right decision. Comment Karma if you believe Clara and her family got exactly what they deserved.